So let's start with Anirudh's question about sales and marketing, right? I'm going to answer that. And I'm sure you won't like what I'm going to say on the topic. And if someday I decide to release this on social media, I might be virtually lynched by sales managers, sales coaches, sales gurus, and all the sales professionals in the world. But then, I didn't become your coach so that you would like me, and I'm not easily scared, right? So here is what I have to say on the topic of sales versus marketing, okay? First of all, in my mind, there is no sales versus marketing. It is mostly sales and marketing, more like marketing as a primary function supported with sales as a secondary or support function. Okay, and this advice has been given before, and I'm not going to challenge that because the advice was directly from the father of modern management, Peter Drucker, Peter Ferdinand Drucker. You guys all know him, right? So he said any business has only two functions: innovation and management. Sorry, innovation and marketing. Okay, innovation and marketing, and rest all are expenses. Knowing how powerful, successful, effective, and influential Peter Drucker was, I'm not going to challenge him. Instead, let's do this. Let's consider the world's top three companies: Apple, Google, and Amazon. And just to be, feel better, let's add Facebook in the group. Okay, so Amazon, Google, Apple, and Facebook. And for each of these companies, let's consider three parts of their budget: the innovation budget, which we know as the R&D budget, then their marketing budget or advertising budget, and then let's take their sales budget. Okay, let me start by innovation budget. Coming to R&D budget, I don't want to influence your thoughts on the innovation budget of these companies, but I would request you to go to Google now and search for the most innovative companies of the world and tell me if you find these companies within the top 10 or not. Amazon, Google, Facebook, and Apple. Okay. I'm sure you're going to find them. Okay. And after finding them in the top 10 most innovative companies of the world, don't come to me and tell me that these companies are sitting on cash, and hence they can spend huge amounts on R&D, because my response to that would be their R&D budget is not huge because they're sitting on cash. Rather, they are sitting on cash today because their R&D budget has been big from day one, right? That's all I have to say about the innovation budget or R&D budget of these companies. Rest, you are smart enough to understand by yourself. Let's move on to marketing budget. Coming to marketing budget, I'll be honest. The CFOs of all the four companies said that they will send their annual budget since the inception of the company, along with breakdown and comparative analysis between the R&D budget, marketing budget, and sales budget. But I haven't received that analysis yet. Seems like they might have forgotten about it. So I don't know the exact numbers each of these companies use for marketing, but I'm aware of a few other things. For example, Google's reunion ad. Go to Google and search for reunion ad by Google. Or there is something called the More Together campaign from Facebook. Go and do a search and watch that ad, More Together. It's around Holi, I think. And Apple's 1984 Super Bowl ad for Macintosh release, or the recent whole work from home thing by Apple. Watch that video. And there are campaigns, marketing campaigns from Amazon around Alexa lost her voice, right? That ad was there. And then the readers campaign, We Are Readers campaign for the Amazon Kindle, right? So my awareness about these campaigns and these campaigns being discussed and taught as case studies in business schools across the world tells me more than enough, more than what I want to know about the marketing budget of these companies. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Now let's move on to sales budget. I know each of these companies have sales teams, but I know you also know that people wait in tents in front of the Apple store the night before the launch of Apple's product so that they can get their hands on the product first. And hence, they as a company, Apple as a company, they don't have to sell much. I'm sure you don't get calls from Amazon sales representatives, Google sales representatives, or Facebook sales representatives calling you and selling stuff. So I'll summarize all of this by saying this. Pulling your customers to your product and services through marketing campaigns and ads is way more effective than pushing your products and services down your customer's throat. And if you must have a sales team, then their only approach or their best approach should be to begin with some kind of push, but turn that push into customer pull as fast as you can possibly and humanly do. Right? So that's my take on sales versus marketing. Is this answer enough for you, Anirudh, or you want me to go on?